This is Destiny TV.
Na bila shaka tumeng'oa nanga ndani ya kipindi cha Nyota ya Mwanamke. Anajua ya kwamba utayari na kalamu na karatasi ama na kalamu na kitabu, angalau tusome mambo 1, 2, 3 mpenzi mtazamaji. Mimi nafahamika kama Nelius Wanjiru. Kila siku ya Jumatano nipo tayari katika kipindi cha Nyota ya Mwanamke ili tuchanganue mambo kadha wa kadha ndani ya ulimwengu wa mwanamke. Na ulimwengu wa mwanamke kuna mambo mengi kadha wa kadha, na leo tutakuwa tunaangazia jambo moja ambalo limekuwa likifanya wanawake wengi wasizidi kuendelea katika mambo yao ya kila siku ama mambo yao ya kawaida. Wakati mwingi unapata mwanamke ana shida ya kujipenda, kujikubali, kujitunza na pia kujifanyia mambo mwenyewe. Kwa sababu gani? Tutakuwa tunajua ni kwa sababu gani, lakini leo ndani ya kipindi chetu cha Nyota ya Mwanamke mtazamaji, kumbuka tuko pia Facebook Live, na shukrani tena zaidi wale ambao wanatutazama ndani ya Facebook Live. Una like ukurasa wetu Destiny TV, kisha baadaye unatutazama pale, na kama una maswali uweze ukayatuma ama ukuchangia mada yetu. Mada yetu siku ya leo mtazamaji, si nyingine ila tu ni self-esteem. Self-esteem. Kwa sababu mimi huenda sijui mengi, nimemuita mtu ambaye tunamwenzi na pia tumpenda sana. Anafahamika kama Mrs. Lucy Kiogora. Anajua unamjua na pia ako tayari wajua siku zake huwa zinakuja ili kutufundisha. Hata mimi nina karatasi na pia nina kalamu ili niweze nikasoma 1, 2, 3. Lakini kabla nisonge mbele, acha tupate kumjua zaidi kwa wale ambao labda wanatazama kipindi kwa mara ya kwanza, kisha baadaye tuko tunasonga mbele moja kwa moja. Usiende mbali.
Asante Nelius.
Karibu sana.
Nafurahia sana kuwa hapa jioni ya leo. Kwa wale wanijui, especially watu wa Nairobi.
Kabisa. Wajua ile siku hatukuwa tumefika Nairobi.
Nafikiria hata Bishop anatuangalia. Majina yangu ni Lucy Kiogora. Na nimefurahi sana kuwa hapa.
Karibu.
I believe as people listen, they are going to be blessed
and to learn. Wajua ile siku nyingine tulikuwa tunazungumzia depression. Na ninafurahi sana kwa sababu watu wengi walibadilika, na sio wanawake peke yake, pia wanaume walibadilika.
I met a young man who told me that program helped him. Sababu he was about to commit suicide. But when he listened to the program, he changed his mind. Yes.
Tunashukuru Mungu na pia tunakushukuru kwa kukuja tena. Wajua katika ulimwengu wa kisasa, kwa ulimwengu wa wanawake na wanaume pia, unapata mtu ako na kila kitu. Ana mali, ana familia na kila kitu, lakini ajipendi ama ile kujikubali hana. Na ndio maana leo tutaongelea kuhusu self-esteem, ambayo tunajua itasaidia mwanamke na pia itasaidia mwanaume, kwa sababu sana asilimia kubwa, nilikuwa nikisoma mahali nikaona kwamba wanawake wengi wana uwezo wa kufanya mambo mengi sana, lakini hajikubali, hajiamini kwa sababu ya yale ambao watu wanasema kukuhusu ama kunihusu. Hebu tuambie kwanza self-esteem.
Unajua, first nataka kuuliza mtazamaji, awe ni mwanaume, awe ni mwanamke, awe ni kijana, do you like yourself? The question is, do you like yourself?
Yeah.
And the best definition of self-esteem is how much you like yourself. Anything to do with the self-esteem, it's how much you like yourself. How do you value yourself? How do you perceive yourself as a person? Not what other people say about you.
Sure.
It is about how you perceive yourself. What reputation do you have concerning you as a person? That is what we call self-esteem.
Sure.
It is how you value yourself, your abilities, regardless of how anyone else values your abilities. But many people, they end up listening to what other people are saying.
Sure.
That is how they engage their value. But self-esteem is about you as a person. And it is about you, not what other people say about you. And self-esteem is feeling a liking and a respect for yourself. You like yourself, you respect yourself.
Sure.
And this is the foundation of true success for an individual and what we call happiness. Because if you don't value yourself, if you don't esteem yourself, if you don't regard yourself, there can be no joy. There can be no happiness. And the more you like yourself, the more confidence you are. The more you value yourself, the more confidence you are. And the more you like yourself, the more efficient and effective you are in any area of your life.
Sure.
Whether it is in farming, whether it is in your career, whether it is you as a wife, whether it's a man, wherever. The more you value yourself, the more you become effective and efficient in any area of your life. And when you value yourself and have good self-esteem, you feel secure.
Sure.
And you feel worthwhile. Okay, so it is very important for us to know what self-esteem is. And again, I want to ask people, and even you, Nelius, how much do you like yourself? Yes, that is what it's self-esteem. Yes.
Yeah. Sijui unajipenda kiasi gani, kwa sababu wakati ambapo umejipenda, hata mtu aseme ya kwamba mwili wako ni mkubwa, sijui macho yako yako aje, nywele yako sijui, I think ukiwa umejipenda bado utakuwa na ile self-confidence.
You know, you like yourself the way you are.
Sure.
Because the word of God says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. God never made any mistake. And imagine if all people in the world were short. Life could have been funny.
Sure.
Imagine if all people in the world were tall. There could be no variety. So we really need to accept ourselves the way we are, and we value ourselves. And you know what? There is a reason. Having self-esteem is very important. Why? Life becomes simpler and lighter. When you like and love yourself more, things becomes easier for you when you like yourself. And you will have a inner stability when you like yourself and your own opinion, because many people want to know what are people saying about them.
Exactly.
I am that kind of a person who don't care what people say about me. I already like myself the way I am.
Sure.
I value myself the way I am. So when you have your self-esteem, there is that inner stability about yourself. And you have less self-sabotage. People, they sabotage themselves. I am too short. I am, my hair is short. No, if your hair is short, thank God the beauty world. You can put a wig and you have long hair.
Sure.
If you have, you are short and you want to be tall, go for good shoes, high heeled like mine, and you are tall already. So you don't have really to have that that self-sabotage, sabotaging yourself because you can't perform. And most people's worst enemy is themselves. It is not the people surrounding you. It's not your family members. It is not your spouse. It is you yourself. Immediately you start valuing yourself, people will do the same.
Exactly.
The price tag you put on yourself is the price tag people will put on you.
That is true.
If you put, you know, like when companies are employing, you might find people in the same position but being paid differently, depending with how you sold yourself, the value you have, and the problems you showed them you are going to solve. So it is good not to have self-sabotage as a person. And when, again, we said, when you have self-esteem, you are happier. You feel happy. Because your happiness is not on people. It's on you yourself. Vile unajisikia. So ni vizuri kujipenda. And you go holding your head high. You know, you don't go, you know, people with low, we will be seeing why people have low self-esteem and how they look like.
Yeah.
But when you have self-esteem, you are that person who is confident, even when you are talking to others. Yeah.
That is true. Imagine I've started learning, and if you brand yourself like I'm low, I'm that short person in a place I cannot give ideas because no one is going to listen to me. You see, I've seen even learned people, big people, but when they go maybe hata ni mkutano, you have ideas but you fear because you think the other person is better than you. And I don't think what causes someone to feel I'm low and you are high.
That is what we call esteem, because we have two types of esteem, high esteem and low esteem. So when you are not confident about yourself, then it means you have low self-esteem. You should like yourself. You should appreciate your opinions, you know. And where does self-esteem come from? Self-esteem comes from you as a person.
How?
Self-esteem comes from you and the thoughts in your brain. What do you think about yourself?
Sure.
When you bring that picture about yourself, what picture do you have? Do you see yourself as that intelligent? person? Do you see yourself as that person who deserves what is good? You deserve to dress nicely. You deserve to associate with the good people. It is all in your
mind.
And this means that self-esteem does not come from anything that exists outside your mind.
Really?
Yes. It all starts with you. People will treat you the way you are thinking. And it does not come from family, friends, or friends. It does not come from your achievements. Self-esteem does not come from achievements. You may have all those achievements with you, but it does not make sense. We have people with the PhDs and they look funny.
Exactly.
We have people with the mentors, but those mentors still don't help them. So self-esteem is all about you, and it comes from your mind, the way you think.
Sure.
To appreciate that, let's say, for example, you are very supportive friends and family members, and every day they tell you you are the greatest person in the world. They tell you you are the best, you are the greatest, you can do this. You can still have extremely low self-esteem by thinking yourself as a loser. No matter how much I told you you are the best news anchor, kama wewe unajiona uko low, I can't help. Yeah. If I tell you you are beautiful and you think you are ugly, no matter how much I keep on telling you, it will not help. So it all comes from you. But you know what? If you tell yourself you are beautiful, already your physique will look that beautiful. Because nature, I think one day we should talk about the law of attraction. You attract what you think. So when you say you are beautiful and you are looking good, people outside there will also see you the way you see yourself. I normally remember the story of the people Moses sent to check on the promised land. And 10 of them came and said, the people who are there, they are too big.
Too big, yeah.
To them, we looked like grasshoppers. And we also looked, the way those giants look at them as grasshoppers, even them, they saw themselves as grasshoppers. So the way you see yourself is the same way people will see you. Even if you achieved amazing things in life, like having a wonderful family, like maybe doing very well academically, you could still have low self-esteem thinking very little of those achievements. If you don't think good about them, you can't go far. So we really need to know self-esteem is from
within.
And anybody who is listening to me, your self-esteem does not come from your children, achievement, does not come from your spouse, does not come from your friends, it comes from you.
Sure, it comes from you, from inside. The way you wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to make it, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do this because so-and-so is better than me. And I don't know if, even if it comes from within us, there are those things inside us that makes us to have low self-esteem. What are some of them?
There are many things that can cause us to have low self-esteem, and especially for the women, the culture. Culture has really put women down. And they always think, and especially for the married women, they think when anything goes wrong in the family, it is them. You see? And you are told, stay there, and things will work. Keep on praying, That is what you are told. A small girl is told, that is, you see, wasichana, if a parent goes to buy toys, he buys for the boy, big vehicles, and then he brings that dolly to the girl. And starts showing the girl that you are low, somehow low. So that is where it starts from childhood. And the first 3 years to 7 years, it really, a child is able to know how their self-esteem is going to be. So it comes from the environment also, your friends, the friends you keep. If you have friends who are always negative, you'll also be negative. And you'll attract negative things. Law of attraction again. If you're always thinking negative, you will attract negative. That is what happens.
That is what happens to bring low self-esteem. I don't know what can make me, after I realize that I have low self-esteem, what can make me to start now believing in myself, to start now becoming the best, like seeing myself the best and having the highest self-esteem.
But before that, Nelius, we need to know what are the characteristics of low self-esteem. You almost forgot that one. When you can easily know somebody who has low self-esteem by the way they have social withdrawal. They withdraw from people. Because now, when they go somewhere, maybe they are women, and they start looking at the way the other women are dressed, and you start looking at yourself, and you are like, those ones dressed nicely, mimi sijui kwa nini nilivaa hii. So unaanza kujitenga. Na ukijitenga, like now in the times of social media, unaenda na kasimu kako mahali, unakaa nako hapo kijikeep busy. The thing is, already ulijiangalia ukaona
how far.
There is a time I attended a women program, and I found women with PhDs. And they were being avoided because nobody wants to stay near women with PhD. But I remember I took myself there, and I started asking them how they have achieved it. So when you see people withdrawing themselves, they don't want to be near the other people. Wamejiangalia tayari?
Amejidegrade.
Amejiangalia kaona wale wako pale, yeye ako hapa. So the best thing I do is I withdraw. Then you'll also find somebody with low self-esteem, they are anxious, and they have emotional turmoil. They cry a lot. When you find a woman in the house who is crying,
you know, women, we are talented in crying.
But it is good. It is a way of relieving ourselves. But anxiety and emotional turmoil, always crying and downcast, that person has very low self-esteem. Because surely, if you really appreciate and value yourself, nothing should make you cry.
Exactly.
You should be able to rise above some circumstances. These people have no self-confidence. Ndio utaona kama ni mikutano, tuseme kama hapa kwa Destiny Media Connections, kuna mkutano wa wafanyikazi. Mtu ambaye akona low self-esteem, aongei, mkutano unaisha wa masaa 4 na aongei. Unaona? Na wakiulizwa nani akona swali, nobody wants to talk. I don't behave like that. I would rather stand up and say, the presentation was good, and we really appreciate the efforts of what you have told us. Unajua, my voice has already
at least.
But a person with low self-esteem, they don't have self-confidence. Sometimes they may think they're not learned enough, they're not managed enough, they don't look attractive enough, so they don't have that confidence. Another characteristic of a person, and especially the women with low self-esteem, is that they have eating disorders.
Really?
You find either they overeat or they don't eat. You know, so and the other thing we also say depression, where a person is depressed, normally have eating disorders. So a person with low self-esteem, hata akiwa na njaa, wanaenda mahali na wengine wanakula, anajiwekea hata chakula kidogo sababu anaogopa kuambiwa. Tuseme ni mtu mkubwa, akona mwili mkubwa, anakataa kukula chakula mingi asiambiwe.
Ndio maana ni mkubwa.
Unakuta kengine ni kaslimu hivi, akataki kuweka chakula mingi, kauliza na haka kamwili jamani.
Inaendanga.
So people with this low self-esteem, they have eating disorders, and then they have the inability to accept compliments.
Sure.
Hata ukimwambia, "Hey, you look smart today."
Anaona ni kama unamkejeli.
Anaona kama you never meant it. They don't appreciate compliments. They don't accept it. Akipata promotion in the place of work,
anaanza kujiuliza.
Anasema it was luck. I was not even expecting it. Why were you not expecting it? So they don't accept compliments at all. So another characteristic of a woman with the low self-esteem is that they are always negative. Nothing good. Mtu negative hata akienda kanisani anauliza na hii viti
mbona walichukua hii kala
na mbona hata hawakupanguza. Unaona?
And you never panguza the
sasa hao waimbaji kwani walivaa namna gani leo? Sasa na huyu Asha, mimi sipendangi kuona huyu Asha. They are always negative. Even in the house they are always negative. So negativity. And you know, when you are negative, as I said again, you attract negative things. Then these people, they exaggerate concern over what you imagine other people think. They imagine. Nikikuangalia hivi tu nina imagine wewe umenisoma tayari na umeniweka pale unataka. So they exaggerate. Even when people are thinking good about them, they think it is not so. Then self-neglect. Self-neglect. One time I counseled a lady, a friend of mine. She had issues in her marriage, and she had low self-esteem. For a year, she was wearing dark clothes. and she never washed clothes. You know, she was wearing dark clothes and she could not wash them.
A lady.
Yes, a lady, because of self-esteem. Another time one came to me and her hair was unkempt and she was wearing complete black. You know, so when you find somebody who used to be smart, and all of a sudden they have neglected themselves. They could put makeup, they no longer put makeup. They used to dress nicely, they no longer dress. So they have that self-neglect. They go serve others food, like women. Unasavia wengine wote chakula, wewe unakuwa wa mwisho.
Mama naambia mimi niko sawa.
Wewe unasema tu uko sawa. Ni low self-esteem. And another thing is that they treat other people well, but they treat themselves badly. Like the way I'm saying, you make nice food, unasavia wengine, wewe unaachwa tu. You have not even time to sit down with a cup of your tea.
At least enjoy.
And enjoy it. Yeah, because you have, na ukiuliza unasema ni chakula. Lakini umeserve wengine, lakini wewe umejiacha. Then, these people, they don't take challenges. They are reluctant to take challenges. They want just a status quo. Mtu akona low self-esteem, hata ukimwambia aende school, go to school, they don't want. Because kwanza anaanza kukuuliza nikafanya education ni walimu wangapi hawajaajiriwa.
Sure.
Unaona? So people with self-esteem, they don't want to take any challenge. They always want things to see things as if they are all negative, they are all bad. Then these people also, they are reluctant to trust their own opinions. They don't want to make decisions. And their opinions, they feel their opinions. Hata nikisimama kwa hiyo mkutano niseme kitu, hawatakubali. So afadhali nifanye nini? That is low self-esteem. Si usimame tu useme, to me I think, waambiwe kama ni sawa ama sio sawa. Yeah. So a person with low self-esteem, they are reluctant. We have said they are reluctant to trust their own opinions. And then they expect little in life. Maisha tu ni hivyo tu. As long as I have food, as long as they don't little out of life. And they worry what others think about them.
Very much.
Yes. Many women have that problem. What does my husband think about me? What my in-laws think about me? What do my colleagues think about me? Yeah. So when you keep on worrying, sincerely speaking, things can never work for you. Yes.
Those are some of the symptoms or signs of low self-esteem. And you know, maybe there is one that you feel there, but it is good to trust in yourself, to believe in yourself. And by the even kids, you see kids, you can know a kid, even a kid with low self-esteem. Because anasimama tu, like there is something that iko tu mahali, anaulizwa kitu, anajua si correct, but anasema tu for the sake of others to see he is able to try. And that is what many people fear in life. Don't fear anything, just love yourself. If you are short, be happy about that shortness. If you are a woman, just look for high heels, look for what. If your hair is unajua kuna nywele ngumu,
relax it.
Relax it. Just look for a wig, look for beautiful things. Just, you know, but then what you attract is what you are, and that is it, and that is true. Ukiona kwamba wewe ufai, hakuna mtu anaona ufai. Even they will not choose you because you have not chosen yourself first. And I think that you've learned. Na kama you still have a question, you can still send it to us. I remember also we are in Facebook Live. We are still doing this thing called self-esteem, and let's learn more.
The characteristics of people with high self-esteem. You like that one? Number one, they believe in themselves. A person with high self-esteem, people who value themselves, people who regard themselves, they believe in themselves. And
you know, many people confuse high self-esteem with pride.
With the pride.
Could you differentiate?
I would rather be told I'm proud than be told I'm not. Yes. It is okay. It is okay. Ama anaambiwa kanajipeleka mbele sana,
kanataka favors.
It doesn't matter. You believe in yourself. They have that self-confidence in their abilities. You know, you believe in your abilities. They recognize that they are what they are good in. They know what they are good in, and are confident that they are able to improve themselves where it is necessary. Kura mimi siwezi, I believe I can read and change, you know. So these people, they really believe in themselves, and they are ambitious in their choice of their field. They are very ambitious. If it is like here at Destiny, you will always know who has that high self-esteem. They are so ambitious, you know, in their careers. They want to achieve their set targets. These people, they believe in themselves. They don't waste their time. People with a high self-esteem, they believe themselves, they don't waste their time in negative self-talk. You know, I can ask my viewers, how many times today have you thought about yourself? What have you been thinking today?
Yeah.
You know, the thoughts that you have been having today can tell you whether you have high self-esteem or low self-esteem.
Sure.
These people who believe in themselves, they take responsibility for their own actions. They don't go blaming people. They don't go saying, this and this happened like this because of so and so. They take responsibility. If they have done something wrong, they take responsibility. Yeah. The number two, and number two is that the people with high self-esteem, they know what they want or need. They know. Ati si kusema bora kazi. They say wanataka
kenye
kazi
tu
bora.
nitapata.
Ile tu kazi nitapata nitachukua ni mtu ana low self-esteem. Why are you saying that?
And you have qualified by
If you have qualified, you should expect good things for you. People with high self-esteem generally have clear ideas about what they want and what they need. I want to get married to a tall man. They already know what they want.
Sure.
Yeah? Not like bora tu mwanamume.
bora tu.
Nimengojea sana sasa ile trouser wear.
Just come.
I'm okay with anybody. Yeah. No, they know what they want and they're not ready to move from what they want. And they're able to communicate on the things they want. And they accept the responsibility, as you have said, on the decisions they make. And they know their values and their roles. They know their values. You know, somebody without values, you'll be moved anywhere by anyone.
Principles in life.
Yes, you really need to know what do you value in life. For example, I value correct association. You never find me with the funny friends. I keep them off. I value correct association.
Sure.
I value discipline. Me, I'm one kind of a person who like discipline in an area of life. I value order. I really don't like disorderly things. People may think it's because I did mathematics and because I'm a mathematician. No, I like order.
It's a value.
Order of things. I don't like just waiting for things just to happen. I like order. Then people with high self-esteem are have effective communication skills. They say exactly what they want.
To
I
the
want
point.
to be a manager. Yeah. I want to make to be a millionaire by the end of the year, and they work towards it. These people, they know how to communicate, and it is common for people with self-esteem to be good communicators. They have good listening abilities, and they are open to advice. These are people, and they are ready to take new ideas. When a new idea comes, they don't say,
mine is super, like mine is the only one.
Then they have the drive. Number 4, they have the drive to succeed. People with high self-esteem, they have the drive to succeed. They don't want failure in anything. They are generally more flexible and find it easier to overcome challenges. They don't just sit there and say, people fail in business, so me I will not do business. They say, I will go, if I fail, I'll rise and move on.
Exactly.
So they are not afraid of failure. They're not afraid of disappointment, these people. And they don't worry about mistakes, as I have said, and they know how to handle mistakes that come in their lives. Then they are comfortable with the change, as we have said. They are goal-oriented. They set goals. They are focused, and they take care of themselves. We say the people with low esteem, they don't regard themselves. They just neglect themselves. These ones know. People with high self-esteem, when they go to shower, they take time to shower.
Not 2 minutes, you are out.
Not 2 minutes, and when they brush their teeth, they just brush it. You know, when they go to the hotel, they don't just they ask for something good. You know, because they take care of their emotions, they take care of their spirituality, physically, mentally. They are very careful. They take care of themselves. People think they love themselves, but it is good to love yourself.
Of course.
So they read books. People with high self-esteem, they read books, and they read their Bibles and all that.
I don't know if you are a low or high self-esteem, but at least there is room to change. If you have been low, it's good. At least now you know the people that are in high, what they do. But the best thing and the best thing that I've known is just, what do you think about yourself? What do you do? How do you define yourself? Do you define yourself as I can achieve, or do you wait for people to define yourself? Because even people can define ourselves, they do. And if you are that person that has low self-esteem, what they say, you're going to be that. If they say you are stupid, you will just be walking stupid. You can say a walking stupid style, eating style of a stupid person. That, but if you believe in yourself and know that I'm going to make it, you know, don't compare what you're going through now with what is coming, because if you believe in positivity, nothing you cannot achieve. At least I know you are learning. Let's go to what can cause a person to have that low or high self-esteem.
There are many things that can help you to build your self-esteem. Very many. Number one, okay, you have asked what causes. I think we have already talked about that. But how do you build your self-esteem?
How do I? Because if now I have watched you and I realize that kumbe niko pale chini. What can I do?
Number one, know yourself. If you are short, you are short.
And accept.
And accept it. If you are brown, accept. Please don't go breaching yourself.
And be like, you don't want to say.
Build, know who you are. Identify what you like.
Sure.
Identify what you like. So that now you don't like VICs, these small vehicles, and then you find yourself with your friends with the big ones, and all of a sudden you start now having like a vehicle.
Really? Yeah. And that is what you achieved.
You know. So know yourself. Know what you want out of your life, and develop awareness of, be sure of your past experiences, because they shape who you become. For example, you are maybe born in a poor family. Yes, you were born in a poor family, but you don't have to die poor.
You don't have to be.
Maybe you grew up in a broken family, or maybe your mom was divorced, or separation and all that. Yes, but your family doesn't have to go that way. So go and check your background.
Sure.
How has it been? Know yourself. It is good to know yourself. Pay attention to yourself and to the past, and how you treat yourself, and create awareness of yourself. Know more about yourself.
Sure.
So it is good, wala watu wananisikiza, jijue. Keti chini ujianalyze, tafadhali. Keti chini
ujiite kamkutano.
Ujiite, there is I told somebody, I'll tell them the story of why I wear high-heeled shoes, and I can buy any shoe.
Tell us,
just immediately after Form 4, we were neighboring with someone. She was also from a good family, but me, I was from the poor of the poorest. And one day, she bought, there was high-heeled shoes of that time, they were being called Jaguar, and the young girls were buying them. But I could not afford. I looked for my dad to give me money. He could not give me money. And I stayed like that. And one day when we had a quarrel with a girl, she told me, take away these legs that cannot wear Jaguar. And I told myself, okay, I looked at my legs, I thought they were so fat, I thought, and I had low self-esteem on that. But you know how I rose from it? I said, in future,
oh my God,
I'll buy shoes. And sincerely, I buy shoes.
I know. You revenge like...
Yes, you revenge like that. And your self-esteem goes up.
Sure.
So another thing is that for you to build your self-esteem, care for yourself. Please. You will be with yourself if you go to 60 years, miaka 60 utakuwa na wewe vile ulivyo. Popote unaenda uko na wewe. So take care of yourself. Developing a health self-esteem also and recognizes how powerful your internal voice is.
Sure.
Speak good things to yourself. Tell yourself, I can achieve. You know, care for yourself. You don't dress well because you are going to see people. Dress well for
because
yourself.
Of you.
Yeah. You don't go to the salon because you want to make your hair because of other people. You are doing it for yourself. So please care for yourself. Ensure that you are taking care of your spirituality. You are taking care of your health.
Sure.
What do you eat? And how do you eat?
And how do you eat? And when do you eat?
And when do you eat? Do you sleep? You know, and how do you sleep? You know, care for yourself. You know, respect yourself is another way to build your self-esteem. If you respect yourself, people will respect
automatically.
You know what? You need to have the values. You know, you have really to have the values. And for a woman, respect yourself. You don't be like, don't do what other women are doing. Maybe when you are down, you go drinking because other women are doing it. Have values for yourself.
Yeah.
Your husband cheated on you, you go cheating also because, no, respect yourself as a woman. The more you respect yourself, the more people are going to respect you.
Sure.
Develop trust yourself, you know, trust yourself in all ways. Then number 4, accept yourself. How do you foster that good esteem? Accept yourself. Accept yourself the way you are. Know you are imperfect. You are not perfect. You know, there are people, when they make a mistake,
It's
God.
the end.
Oh
like
God. It is
you'll
the
never
end.
rise
Yeah,
again.
you'll never rise again. You are imperfect. You are not an angel.
Sure.
You will cook food and put a lot of salt.
Like I do.
Like you do. Oh, your husband will no, you accept it. You can make mistakes.
Yeah, you can change.
You can fail. One time in the university, I failed in algebra 3. I used to do mathematics, and I failed in algebra 3. And I cried throughout. But after crying, I went to pray.
Sure.
And after praying, I said, this subject, I'll get the highest marks. And you know, that is exactly what happened. I took a retake, but I did well. So accept you can fail.
Yeah.
Accept that you are imperfect. You're not perfect.
Sure.
You know, and when people expect you, you know, like those people who are born again, people expect you to you know,
to behave like an
there's a
angel.
certain way they, you know, but you are a person, you are a flesh and blood. You get angry when something bad is done to you.
Sure.
You feel it, your feelings like anybody else. So instead of you sasa wewe ukisema wanaisema nini kuhusu mimi, no, accept you are imperfect.
Yeah.
The other one is love yourself. You know, Jesus said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Listen to this. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. So the first thing is love yourself. You can't love your neighbor before you love yourself. So the women who are listening to me, please love yourself. Don't wait for your husband to love you. He will not love you if you don't love yourself.
Sure.
Don't wait for your friends to love you. Love yourself first. You are the most important person in your life. Love yourself. And treat yourself nicely. Now, let me say something because today we don't have so much time. Actions that can boost your self-esteem. Can I speak those
Action.
ones?
Before we go there, you know, in life we have challenges, and everyone has to pass through challenges. Is there a difference between how people with high self-esteem deal with challenges and how people with low self-esteem deal with challenges in life?
When people with low self-esteem, they get challenges, they give up. They are done. They cannot rise again. They enter into depression and it is over for them. People with high self-esteem, they accept the challenges, they accept the failure, they learn. Actually, what they do is that they learn from the
mistake. The
mistake they did, they learn from it, and it becomes a stepping stone to the next level. You do a business that fails today, you don't say, I'll never do business again.
I will never go to
You
business.
say, now I have learned the mistakes I should not make for me to fail again. So people, the difference between the people with the low self-esteem and people with the high self-esteem is the low self-esteem people, they give up. You know, let's go back to the story of Joshua, Caleb, and the other 10. The other 10 said, we saw giants. Sincerely, we cannot go to that.
We can never try.
We cannot try. The other two with the other two and the high self-esteem, they said, we are well able. We are well able. So a person with high self-esteem will always say, I am well able. And a child of God will remember that, that His grace is sufficient. The grace of God,
especially in our weaknesses.
Even in our weaknesses, His grace is sufficient. So you don't have to, when you fail, you think the world has come to an end. No. Rise up, move on. When, for example, people, when they are sick, there is that low self-esteem that comes and they feel they're dying, they feel that nobody's taking care of them. Rise up and say, I'm healed. I'm healed. Let healing start from your mind. Say, this disease cannot kill me. Yeah, I'm rising again. So high self-esteem. Because of time, let me say these things so that because they can help people. Actions that can boost your self-esteem. Number one, groom yourself.
All right.
Groom yourself.
You see, grooming yourself, like last show, we were talking about grooming.
Yes.
And you find that mtu anavaa tu.
No, usivae tu, ukivaa tu utakaa tu. No.
Na utakuwa tu. Na utakuwa na watu wako tu.
Oh, no. So what you do is groom yourself.
Yeah.
Wear sharply. When you feel now you are very low, look for your best attire. Wear it. I don't say you go for designer clothes. There are people wearing designer clothes of 20K and they look as if they are worn a mutumba. But look for something nice. Your outward appearance will reflect how you feel inside about yourself. You know, your outside appearance, the way you look.
Sure.
Yeah. It really shows how you feel about yourself. So groom yourself. Go to the salon as a woman. So not when you have things are so bad now, hata ni matuta unaweka matuta tuna masocks unavaa. No, when things are like that, wake up, go to the salon, go fanya massage, fanya pedicure, fanya scrub, pakwa makeup, you know, dress nicely, and then take yourself out.
Wow.
You know, and go somewhere in a good hotel, take a cup of, you know, buy for yourself some juice, yeah, and you meet with somebody who will tell you, hey, you look nice.
You look very nice.
And all of a sudden your self-esteem goes up. So what do? Your outward appearance means a lot. Do you know when you have low when you are sick, you meet with people, they tell you don't look well.
Yeah.
How do they know?
Because you are groomed in that
Oh, yes. Because, you know, they have already seen it. It is reflected on you. Yeah. So what you need to understand is that the way you groom yourself, be sharp. You know, we have one of us here, Basi. You know, when he decides, you know, and he is teaching all of us on how to do that. So groom yourself. Ukitokezea hivi tu.
Kila mtu.
You don't go for an interview looking shagabanga. No, dress nicely.
Yeah.
As you enter, you're walking confidently, and when people look at it, they're like, this lady is so confident. Already you earn some marks because of that. Groom yourself. Don't look funny. Groom yourself. As a man, dress nicely, because you said also maybe there are men who are watching us. You can have just even a one suit or so and look nice. Yeah, and it will be nice for you. Okay, actually the next point was dress nicely. Dress nicely.
Dress nicely.
If you can dress nicely, you will feel good about yourself.
Sure.
If you dress nicely, hey,
hata wewe utajifeel tu.
You just feel it. You feel successful and presentable and ready to tackle the world when you are dressed nicely. And we have said it's not about how much, no, it is how nice you look for something that fits you. Don't go wearing black, you know, dark. You know, you are dark, you wear dark and everybody sees you dark.
And you be dark.
These are some tips we are giving people to boost their self-esteem. Then, another thing you do is that think positive and kill negative thoughts.
Sure.
You said it all starts from the mind.
The mind.
When you say you are nice, nature will be nice for you and you also become nice. So what you do is that be aware of your self-talk. Do you know what is self-talk? Every day people have self-talk. Wanafikiria tu, sasa watoto wangu, ni sijui kama watamanage, sijui kama nitapata school fees. Sasa debts zimekuwa mingi. Sasa sijui kama watakuja kubeba vitu zangu. So unaanza kufikiria tena, bwanangu amechelewa leo. Leo kuna mahali alienda. Then unaenda, boss anakuja, akona shinda zake na hajakusalimia, so you're like now,
sasa hata kuna mtu ananiona.
No, hajakusalimia, guy, what did I do? Sasa unaanza kujitafutia nini mbaya ulifanya. Kumbe huyu mtu akona stress zake, ameingia na stress zake. So what we do is that think positive. Na hata mtu akikuongelesha vibaya, and I have learned that. There is nothing that can bring me down now. Me, I've learned that. I can twist it in negative. I just twist it
and it becomes positive.
It becomes positive for me. Na pala ninaweza kurekebisha, ninarekebisha. Then another thing is act positively. Unajua, you may think, but you act opposite.
Sure.
So act the way you are thinking positively. More than just thinking positive, you have to put it into action. Action is actually the key to developing self-confidence. You know, when you put it into action. Don't think that I can put makeup. Go and put makeup.
Yeah, don't think.
Don't think. Don't, you know, act.
Yeah.
Do exactly what you have been thinking, and things will change for you. Then another thing is get prepared. You know, for those who are working, get prepared. When you go to a place to present something and you're not prepared, you'll have low self-esteem.
Sure.
I was being told by another manager the way they called some people to come to do some training somewhere. And immediately they raded to speak. The people who were being trained, they looked at the trainers na wakamalizana na wao. Kuangalia tu hivi. Unaona? Yes. Vile tu waliongea wakaangalia wakasema hawa hawako prepared. And they had to change the trainers.
Wow.
The next day. So get prepared. Research. You know, the area you have been given, study. You know, more much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get prepared. At home, if it is food, even if you have not gone to
school to study cooking.
Google is always there.
Yeah.
Please learn how to cook rice. Si kila wakati unaulizwa na sasa hii chakula ulipika namna gani. Get knowledge. Be prepared and get knowledge.
Sure.
Another one is that stand tall. Stand tall.
Yeah.
Don't go bedding like this. People with low self-esteem, they go like this. Stand tall. Be confident.
Yeah.
You know, when I look at when you're walking, I look at your legs, I'll tell you. Whether you are a person with low self-esteem or a person with high self-esteem.
By the speed?
By the speed, even the way you arrange your legs. The way you arrange your legs, you are walking. You may be walking slowly, but you find this person is confident the way they are walking.
Sure.
So stand tall, walk well, and it shall be very well for you. Then focus on solutions where you have problems.
Sure.
Don't be looking for problems every other time. Look for solutions, and don't run away from problems.
Yeah.
Today I read in the Bible that if you falter or if you faint in the day of adversity, then your faith is weak. So you really have to
look for
look for solutions. Don't look for ways to escape from a problem. No, look for solutions and ask yourself, how can I motivate myself? How can I solve this one? You know, look for ways of looking for solutions. Now, another one, smile. I have a colleague of mine who smiles, and when I see her, she just smiles, and it is so contagious. So learn to smile. Learn to smile. As a person, learn to smile. And when you smile, you feel better.
Yeah.
Instead of you going on every time,
even in a happy moment.
Be somebody who can smile.
Yeah.
Then be grateful. Things may be too hard, but there have always been good things. You know, this Joshua and Caleb said, if God said we can take Canaan, then we will take.
We will take it,
we will
no
take
matter
it.
what.
Yes, they are giants, but God said.
Yeah, exactly.
So because He said we will.
And when it comes to that, let's go to the, you know, I can be having high self-esteem. I believe in myself. I know I'm going to make it no matter what. You know, many achievements is because of time. When time comes, I'm going to achieve. But there's these people, we call them external factors. Umeng'ara tu vizuri, uko tu sawa, wewe unajiamini, but ukifika hata huyu ajui kala yenye inavuma saini ni blue, hata ajui hiyo wivu ni ya wamama. You see, those people, even job, you want to do the best. They say, anataka tu apendwe na boss, anataka, you know, those things. You know, me want to be high, but there are these people every day. What am I supposed to do?
You know, I said you are not what people say. You are what you say to yourself. So don't regard the opinions of people if you have to go far. And if you keep on waiting for people to compliment you, you will wait. Because many people, they might meet even 1,000 people telling them how they look nice, but one who said, now, what was wrong with your hair? How did you make now your... And imagine you're...
And the way it is expensive.
Everywhere people were saying you look nice.
You look nice.
But you meet this Jiras one. And they says, hey, how does this one look like now? You forget there are 1,000 people.
Yeah,
because of this one. No. Don't do that. Forget about what? Because you know what? not everybody will compliment you. Yeah.
As we continue the show, ama tukimaliza, you see, I see people, especially Facebook viewers, there are many. Acha tuwataje tu Diana Mareta anasema niko tuned, kuna Frida Mbobua, kuna Martin Mwirigi, kuna Judy Mbugwa, Evans Mwirigi, Purity Kabaki, Lily Mugo, Jacinta Kimani, Lucine Kirote, and many others.
Yes.
I hope you are learning. You know, me I've learned. And from here, sijui niandike kitabu ama nifanye nini. But as you finish, maybe you can give us your last words.
Last one. Okay, there were so many things I could have said, but because of our time,
sure.
We said just avoid negative people. Avoid them.
Avoid
them. And then another thing, clear your desk. People are working. When you go, your desk is messy. You clear it and you do things. You find your self-esteem goes up. Be self-reliant. For women, be self-reliant. Small successes make a woman feel accomplished.
Sure.
And I saw somebody when said, there is nothing that makes a difference like the little of money that a woman may be having.
Sure.
So as a woman, don't be a borrow. Look for ways of having. Yes, because when you borrow and you're not given, the self-esteem
goes low, and then you start like
yes, or it is delayed, you feel bad. Try and look for ways. Be self-reliant in a manner. The feeling can propel you to take more risk and to do many other things. But as I add, this is what I will say.
Yeah.
This is what I will say to people. Me, I've told myself, love me or hate me, I swear, it won't make or break, it won't break me. Love me or hate me, it won't break me. And remember, you are always with yourself.
Sure.
So you might as well enjoy your company. You are always with yourself. Wherever you go, you're with yourself. Enjoy your company. And another thing is that avoid negative people, as we have said. They are the greatest destroyers of self-confidence and self-esteem.
Sure.
Negative people.
Negative people.
Never say anything about yourself that you do not want to come true.
Sure.
You are prophesying to yourself. Your tongue. Take care of your tongue. You prophesy to yourself daily.
Yeah.
So never say anything about yourself that you never wish to come to pass. And remember, nobody can go back to start a new beginning, but anyone can start today by making a new ending.
Sure.
You can't go back and change all those things that have happened to you, but if you can say, you start today.
Today, and then it becomes better.
You know, nilisikia mtu akisema ya kwamba asubuhi yako inaanzia pale umeamkia. Sasa kama leo umejua self esteem ni nini, hapo anzia hapo. Wacha kuvaa hiyo manguo. And when you go to buy clothes, buy for yourself nice clothes.
Yeah, better.
Wear them. Smart. Look nice. Yes, just look nice.
Yeah.
And because you are the best that ever God created. Yes.
And you are the best that you will ever be.
You'll ever be.
Yeah.
And there is no one else like you. Actually, you are unique.
Sure.
And God loves you the way you are. Appreciate yourself. Don't look down on yourself. Like yourself.
Sure.
And you feel yourself as if you are taking the entire world.
Thank you very much, and thank you for coming. Naona muda unatupa kisogo, but we say thank you. And also I think if you have not learned one thing, umepata mbili ama tatu.
And nitasema ya mwisho. Listen to this, Nelius.
Yeah.
There will always be someone willing to hurt you.
Exactly.
There will always be somebody willing to gossip about you. There will be always somebody to belittle your accomplishment. Hata ukinunua kagari kako anasema sasa hii kama kengine niliona wakisema hata kukiwa na baridi kanapewa karupo. There will be people always who will belittle you. Sasa walianzisha hiyo TV itafungwa. Unaona? There will always be somebody to belittle. Sasa hata ameolewa hata mtoto apati.
Hata sijui nani atamuoa.
Hata sijui nani hata amesoma hata kazi atapata. There will be always somebody to belittle your accomplishment and to judge you. Please get to understand.
Just be ready for that.
It is a fact that we will face these things. You meet somebody who will tell you are good for nothing, but you should know that you are good for everything.
Sure.
You meet people who will say you are useless, but you need to know you are useful. Yeah. However, if you realize that God is the best friend that stands beside you when others cast stones on you, because people always throw stones on you.
Sure.
But remember, there is this God who is always with you. Never be afraid and never feel worthless and never feel alone.
Sure. We have a lot for you.
Yes.
And pale mimi natoka huwa tunasema kwamba mti ulio na matunda ndo hurushiwa mawe.
Correct.
So every time if you know that you have value and you are that person that you keep on going, be ready for those stones, take them and build.
My professor said, great professor Shiwani said, if you're going on a journey and you go looking back at every dog that is barking at you, you'll never arrive. You will never arrive.
You'll never arrive.
Yes. And if you're going somewhere and there are no people who are asking or talking about you, then you're not going anywhere.
Question mark.
Yes. Because in this life, if you sleep, you don't come out of your house, people will talk. If you come out, people will talk. You better come out, they talk. Yeah.
Acha tumalizia hapa, tuwezi tukamaliza, lakini tuungane tena siku ya Jumatano ndani ya kipindi tu hiki kinaitwa Nyota Mwanamke, ambapo huwa tunaweka mambo wazi angalau natumai kwamba utajipenda, utajitunza na hautasikiza yale watu wanasema kuhusu, kwa sababu uliumbwa ili uweze ukafanikisha kila kitu. Wewe ni zaidi ya mshindi. Correct. Na pia wewe ni zaidi ya kila kitu. Tupatane tena, nafahamika kama Nelius Wanjiru.
Na mimi ni Lucy Kiogora. Bye bye.
Bye.